Hello, and welcome to this week's Help Desk with Joe. With me, Joe. So we have Joe McDonald here from A&M Digital Technologies, who also operates our show and allows us to do the web broadcasting and to cache the programs and throw them back on our Facebook and our webpage. So this is the Joe that produces the shows, and he also has with him his wife, Cena McDonald, and together they, and Cena's waving but is off camera, so I'll wave for you. And this week's topic, last week we talked about if folks wanted to try to choose between having an iPad, a tablet, or a laptop and how to make that choice. So if you're interested in that, that's segment number 1. So this is segment 2, and we're talking about power outages and how to keep your stuff charged. And at appropriate timing. Snow's coming tomorrow, and we're looking at if the power goes out. And we've had a couple of those instances here in Roane County with the ice storm and flooding and power outages. So you're got the topic. I'm sure you'll hold some people's attention with what we're talking about. So talk to me a little bit about how we keep our phones charged and what we're going to discuss today.
Yeah, an issue that people's run into this summer with the derecho was keeping 1, electric, and 2, communication with everybody.
Right.
And in today's society, a lot of people are going away from the old landline telephones, and this right here is being their only source of communication.
Yeah, main phone.
So what we've ran into is we found solutions to resolve this issue, because 9 times out of 10, you know just as well as I do, the electric goes out, your phone's about dead anyway.
And and it usually happens after I use my phone all day and it's already low. Yep. Then the power goes out and I'm like, shoot, I got 1 hour and then I'm done.
Right.
So I'm out driving around in my car trying to charge my phone. So, okay, so what are we going to talk about today? Like, and assuming we talk about if you have an iPhone or an Android or whatever it is you have a solution for
right.
it. Okay, so let's start with that. Talk about the solutions.
Okay, well, the easiest solution to start out with is the phone itself.
Okay.
If you have a smartphone, all those apps and everything you've got running in the background, the best thing to do is close all the apps.
Right. Close them out, shut them off, and start to prepare to not have charge for a while.
Because every app that you have running that you have sitting in the background, that's using up more battery.
Right. And I've done that before. I've left some stuff on and looked at my phone and said, shoot, I've already wasted half a battery and I didn't even use my phone. It's the apps running in the background.
So turn off the apps, turn off your Wi-Fi, turn off, if your phone has a GPS locator in it, turn off your GPS. There's actual power save features on the phone.
Yep.
Like you can dim the screen.
Right.
There's stuff built into that you can actually turn down or minimize to reduce battery
Okay,
usage.
so start with preventative battery wasting.
Right.
And take care of that. Okay, what comes next?
Well, the next thing is trying to find a power source.
Okay.
Well, not everybody has a generator.
Right.
A lot of people have a laptop.
Okay. I was wondering how this was going to come into play, and you wouldn't tell me, but now I know. All right, go ahead. So if you have your laptop, you have your phone, what do you need?
Well, if you have your phone and your laptop, take your charging cable out.
Okay.
On your laptop, you have power save features. Turn your screen off, leave your desktop, leave everything else turned on.
Right.
But make sure it turns your screen off to reduce battery usage. Plug your cable in your laptop, plug it into your phone, and it's starting to charge.
Okay, so you can siphon the battery off of this to get your phone, which having communication via phone is a lot more important than surfing the net.
Right. Well, and if you don't have any electric, you're not surfing the net anyway.
Okay, so where we were. So yes, instead of surfing the internet, take care of your priorities of having communication.
Right.
Okay, so that's way number 1. What's way number 2?
Way number 2 is, depending on your smartphone, they do have cases that you can use as chargers. And with this case, for the iPhone, you just slide it out, slide your iPhone in, slide the top back on, and it starts charging.
Okay. So does that act as an extra battery as well, or is it just a charger?
It's an extra battery.
And it essentially just does the same thing as a laptop, starts feeding your main battery.
And on the back is a indicator that gives you an idea how much battery life is left.
Okay. So it'll double your battery life and or charge as well.
And there's all kinds of other gizmos out there little adapters that'll just plug into your phone.
And do a quick charge, like a jump charge. Okay,
and
good.
they even have adapters where you can use AA batteries. Now,
do these come for Android and other phones? Like I have the one that uses the mini USB. Does it have capabilities of that as well?
There's ones out there. To give us a call, and we can get you.
Okay, so you can get either or.
Yeah.
So no matter what kind of phone someone has, they can call you up and you can get an extra.
We can get some kind of external battery, whether it be a case or an adapter or something.
Okay, good. So having a backup power source. And I'm assuming that...
these charge off USB as well.
Right. So you can charge it the same way and then essentially double your battery life and or be prepared for that emergency.
Right.
All right, good deal. So battery charger. Okay, what else you got? So the third version of what we're looking at is solar power.
Yes. And I know this is your personal favorite.
It's shiny.
Is that what it is? Well, that's just because the plastic film on it. But anyway, the solar device can be charged by the sun or USB.
Okay.
Now, to get a full charge, to get a maximum charge out of it, they recommend by charging it by USB.
Right.
So with the charging of the USB, you can get my iPhone 4 a full charge.
Right.
Plus, there's still a little juice left to charge other devices.
Okay.
Now, with the solar power...
let's assume that your power is out and you have, this is run down, your backup batteries run down, you're down to this. Okay. What do you have?
With this, I set this outside all day, and I was able to get my phone up to 50% at completely dead.
Okay, so that you set this out, you're at your house, you set it on the windowsill, you're still using your phone, but you know it's going to run down, and then you come into evening time, you pick that up, you plug it into your phone, it zooms it right up to 50%.
Yes.
Okay, great. So now you're sitting on 50% of your battery, which you didn't have before.
Right.
And as you say...
some's better than none.
Exactly, because otherwise you'll be sitting on zero power. So, after 3 or 4 days of a power outage or, whatever the case may be, which we've had before,
yes.
Your laptop's going to be drained, your phone's going to be drained, your backup battery's going to be drained, and now you're sitting with probably the most sustainable source,
right.
And it'll get you back up to 50% power to stay overnight, and then you can stick that back on the windowsill, charge it up again, and you're ready to go the next day.
Right.
So... this has multiple uses, and this is why this is my favorite. I think the idea behind being able to go camping, hiking, for somebody that goes camping for a week and you just don't hang out by an electrical outlet, this would be perfect. Going into the backwoods, no electric needed. Just set this out while you hike.
Right, and you don't need a lot. All you need is just your USB cable.
Right, to your phone.
Yeah, and most phones
come with them, yeah. So, and it also has a nifty LED light on there. So
yeah, you can use it as well.
So what does something like this cost roughly?
Less than $40.
Really?
Yes.
Wow. Because I know a regular phone charger, I've lost mine several times and had to go buy one. They're $20 or $30.
Yeah.
And this is something you could sit on your car dash.
Yeah. It actually comes with 2 suction cups that you can actually put on yours.
And I like that it has a feature on the back. I don't know if you can see that well enough, but it has a check feature, and you press the button, it shows you the charge. This one has 100%. It shows 80, 50, and 20. Okay, and then it charges in, has a little in outlet, a little out outlet, the LED light, which is pretty neat, and then of course the solar screen. So this makes me glad to see this type of stuff coming along. This will change the way we do stuff because you'll no longer be reliant on having an outlet beside you. You can start to work stuff out. So fantastic. Now this just charge phones. Will it charge like an iPad or?
iPad I'm not sure about because it draws a lot more
power.
Yeah,
it has a pretty big battery system.
But I have read reviews where people's charged their phones and a Kindle on it.
Oh, really? A Kindle?
Yes.
Okay. So, and then this is something that I'm sure they make bigger versions that you can get.
Yes.
That so you can get solar chargers that will charge people's iPads and so forth.
Right. Now I have seen. It's one of those things you get what you pay for.
Right.
I've seen a cheaper version of this, and I bought to test with. I set it out in the sun all day. 45 minutes. I let my phone go completely dead within 45 minutes. That battery was dead, and my phone was back.
Didn't charge it up. And then that's understandable. In my mind, if you want something that's going to help your phone and do what you need to do, you need to look at getting good quality.
Right.
Because you're right. What you said at the beginning of the show, if this is your only source of communication, why wouldn't you pay $40 to get something you know is going to work?
Right.
Rather than roll the dice on something cheaper that, as you said, you'll be stuck. And then if you have a real emergency, you'll be in a bad way. So I agree wholeheartedly that you get what you pay for, and when it comes to something like this, quality. So speaking of that, what should the average person know when they make, if you're sitting here saying, well, it sounds good, winter's coming on, it's supposed to snow tomorrow, what am I looking at? What would you recommend that somebody go get out of this? Or should it be a combination of things? Or what's your solution?
Well, with a laptop, if you've got a laptop and you've got a good battery, use that as your first source because you're not going to use it for anything else. You can have seen it any time that we've had a power outage, the first thing I do is fire up the laptop and charge up my phone.
Right. Get it charged right off the bat, start to use that backup battery. Okay. So let's assume, though, some people may not have a laptop at home. Like I know we have the regular desk PC, so that wouldn't be an option. What would you suggest?
I'd have to go with the solar charger.
Go with the solar first. Now, do you Is this something you keep on your phone just for extra battery life?
Just for extra battery life. Actually, we used that when we went to New York City. Electric up there is hard to find. It doesn't cost.
Yeah, right.
So I bought that just for the trip to use to have extra battery power.
So this is a good choice for anybody that's traveling, which I assume this would be as well.
Oh yes, it would.
And but having extra battery life and having more power. Okay.
Because that was a lot easier to carry than having to drag this thing with a cable.
And trying to make sure you're charging it all the time. So if you're going camping or whatever, or just to have at your house, this is probably a pretty good option.
Right.
This is more for if you're traveling and just need a short charge and you know you're going to need it.
Right.
Okay. What else is out there? What else should they know about phone sustainability to prepare for power outages?
Well, it doesn't matter if you have a smartphone, regular cell phone. And nowadays, it doesn't matter. It's just what kind of setup can you get, and we can set you up with just about anything.
That you read right into my next question. So if someone calls you, I call you up and say, Joe, I have an Android-powered phone. It has the mini USB charger. Or let's say my mom, I want to get her a Christmas present, even though it's a couple days before, and I know she has a regular flip phone, 5-6 years old. What do I need? You're able to take care of it, fix me up with the appropriate charger or battery life, and we're good to go.
All we need to know is the brand of the phone and the model number.
Okay.
And the brand is usually stamped somewhere on the phone itself, and if you need the model number, almost every phone, you can take the case off, pop the battery out, and it's right under the battery.
Good. Okay, so there you go. So this week, our help desk with Joe, talking about how to prepare yourself for a power outage and what you need to keep your communication alive.
Yes.
In times when phone could be a big difference in what you need to get yourself help or whatever in case of emergency. So just to highlight real quick, using your laptop via the cord, battery backup, and also battery charge, extra charge via your phone pad or a solar deal. So, and I'm assuming, they make bigger chargers, right? So you could use it as the sky's the limit as far as how fast you want to charge and how much charge you want to have.
Well, when it comes to solar, you're still kind of near, it depends on how much sun you're able to get. And all that.
Right. But you could get a bigger unit and charge your iPad or.
Oh, yes.
So,
yeah, because there's actually.
I'm impressed. To get 50% on your battery and to have this small of a unit with the features it has is pretty impressive for $40. Really, there's worse ways to spend $40.
Oh, yeah. Now, the technologies out there, of course, now costs everything, where people are actually running their whole houses off solar now.
Yeah. I want to be one of them.
Well, you can do it, but
call Joe.
All right. I'm not into that.
Okay, but anyway, yes, if you have any questions, you'd like to prepare yourself for that emergency or that power outage, and especially if you use your phone as your sole source of communication, how do they get a hold of you, Joe?
You can give us a call at our offices at 304-927-3588 or at our website at www.amdigitaltechnologies.com.
And as always, this show and all our Pat shows provided courtesy of A&M Digital Technologies with Joe and Cena McDonald, and we appreciate their support and sponsorship of our show. So if you have any questions, get a hold of these fine folks. They'll fix you up. And remember, when you shop local. Joe and Cena sponsor not only our basketball program for this Winter Fitness coming up in January, but also this show and all the shows we do with it. So
yeah, we're real excited about the basketball.
I know. We're going to have you out there reffing some games.
We don't know about that, but we might try to get some streaming going on.
It'd be fun to see someone try to ref some of our games. The kindergartners get pretty good. Walking, still walking, timeout. They're running. But anyway, all right. Well, thanks everybody for watching. Have a great Christmas. And if you have any questions, remember A&M Digital Technologies. You can check out their Facebook page for their daily specials, their website to get a hold of them, and they're local here, one of our Spencer businesses. So have a great holiday, and we'll catch up with you next week.
Thank you.